Ahoy! The hero story. This is episode 295. I didn't even know how to start that time. I don't know why I was
Yeah,
confused.
we just
Uh,
got into it.
I'm Tyler. You're Harp. No, you're not Harper.
No,
God damn it, man. You're
only 200
Hunter.
episodes.
You're Hunter.
Yes,
And
yes, I
this is a
am.
hero story. Like I said, episode
Where's
295.
where's our two co-hosts that are here so often,
You
JD and
know, I'm
Harper?
gonna start saying that maybe we stop asking, and how about the audience? You start fucking pressing because I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. I feel like there's a lion's share of work being done on some
Yeah.
ends and
Uh-huh.
not on other ends, and that's how I feel. And I'm not afraid to say it. I'll get political on the podcast. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm choosing sides, and my side is me. I've been hosting this
Okay.
podcast. I've been here like 50 weeks straight now.
Yeah,
How about
something
you
like
guys
that.
do a
Yeah.
fucking episode for once?
Yeah. I
I
mean,
don't know. I turned
I
it
also
completely.
miss weeks every so often, but
No, I
I've been
know.
here the past like four, I think. So
Look at you.
people are busy. I get it. People are
No, I
busy,
know.
but
It's a cool shirt.
but come on, JD.
I know. We need you, JD.
And
We
and
would like you at the
Harper.
very least.
Yeah, Harper literally texted us right before we hit record, being like,
Just
"Man, I
said,
missed the podcast." We're
just
like,
said,
"What?"
man, I missed the podcast. This fucking son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's like join.
Yeah.
So we sent him the link. So maybe he'll appear halfway through the episode or something, or sooner. Maybe he won't,
Uh
but
huh.
we'll see. We sent him the link, so
Yeah, maybe not. Probably, I'm gonna bet no
we might have to take hands. Wait, we might have to take hands. We have to take matters
into our
into
own
our
hands.
hands,
He says,
and
"I'm out." He just texted, "I'm out." Getting haircut, as if
getting a
I give
haircut.
a shit.
Yeah, join while getting it cut. Done. So, we've been discussing, and we might get more into this near the end of the episode, but we're bringing back a show.
Yes, we are
We're bringing back a
in
show, and
some form.
it is actually happening because I am being the boss when it comes to the show.
Mm-hmm.
Dungeons and Dragons, a Hero Story Dungeons and Dragons is returning
Yes, it will.
very
100%.
soon.
We
Very
talked
soon it's
about it.
coming.
We have story ideas. We talked about our characters. It's
It's
gonna be
been
fun.
written
Clear,
um
not
very
here.
long time ago. Sorry, Doctor
Sorry, I'm
Strange.
yelling at the dog. Did I not mute that time?
No, he yelled at the wife of Doctor Strange.
I thought I
Clear.
muted that time. She's eating the fucking wee wee pet. It's pissing me off.
Mr.
Anyway,
JD
continue.
is the busiest man in the world. And
You'd
that's
be
not a
surprised.
joke.
Yeah.
He actually is the busiest man in the world. So it's under, he wants to join. So it's like, okay, man, like,
Funny. I thought I muted.
we want you in too. But if you can't make it, we have to stop delaying this. So if
Mm-hmm.
JD can't make it, maybe he's gone for the first two sessions and he's back on the third or something like
Yeah,
that.
we've got
We're gonna
ideas.
make it
I don't think
work.
we should reveal the whole deck of cards, but we do have ideas. We're gonna
No,
make it
we
work.
have ideas. We have possibilities of other people involved as well, not just us.
Yes.
So it is going to be more grand. It is going to be another mini series like we
Ooh,
did a year and a
grand.
half ago.
Yes.
More
Oh, two
grand, yeah.
years
I
at this
mean,
point,
like
bro.
I like I on my desk right now I have a D&D book in space.
This was
So
2 years ago, by the way. You said a year and a half ago. This was two
two
years
years
ago.
ago, yeah. So 2 years ago we did D&D. And if you're
You
listening,
know,
you're like, what are they talking about? Check out on YouTube a Hero Story D&D. It is the best
yeah,
thing we've ever done.
it is the best thing we've ever done. I just thought about
It's
it. And you know
only
what?
4 episodes.
This is about how long it takes for like TV shows and shit to go now. So 2 years, you know what?
Yeah, we're
You've been
Stranger
waiting.
Things.
Yeah. Yeah, we're Stranger Things. We're about as big, right, as Stranger Things. They talk about
Around
D&D
there,
too.
yeah. Around
So
there, yeah.
yeah, they play D&D.
So yeah, we will be doing it back. Probably after Christmas is when episode one will release, I'll say.
I hope. I don't know if we can promise that immediately, but I would hope.
No, not like it's not like Boxing Day. No. But like don't
No.
expect
I
it
know.
like
I
next week.
I'm gonna say that's in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I still
Mhm.
feel like we'll probably not be able to record it just by then. I feel like just based on everyone,
Yeah,
but
we'll
I
see.
hope. But I hope. At the very
We'll see.
least, we will do it.
We'll have at least 2 episodes out before February, I'll say. But
Oh wow, okay. He's
we'll
really
do
making
we're doing
promises.
like another like mini series. So it'll be like 4 episodes, maybe five. We'll see how it goes. But it'll be another mini series. And if you guys love it, and if we loved it too, then maybe we'll just continue on from there. But
Yeah, we'll just
it
become a
is,
D&D show.
yeah, Dungeons and Dragons: The Hero Story is officially returning
Yes, green light for season
before
2.
watch party, before book club, which people have been asking for. But
Yeah.
It's
Shit,
fine. I
man, I'll
miss
start
book
doing
club
book clubs
too.
on myself at this point.
I miss book
Um,
club, yeah. But
yeah,
yeah, this is just a regular episode though.
yeah, it's gonna be fun. Well, I'm excited for it. Gold Pedal will return.
Gold
Get
Pedal
a
will return. Yeah,
get an
that's
end
correct.
credits cameo in there. Yeah,
Gold Pedal will return. Merc will hopefully return as well. We got new characters as well. I'm not going to say anything about Harper's character because he's not here, and I don't want to reveal any secrets
very
for him.
interested. I don't know it
But
either, so
yeah, yeah, it's going to be a mystery, and we're all going to have secrets that will be revealed on the show. But going to a new fictional country of known as Joplin, and uh,
Joplin.
I will get more into this if we have time at the end of the episode. So if you're interested near the end, we'll talk about comic book stuff for now because this is a comic book
Yes,
show.
of
But
course. Sometimes.
at the end when we're done with the comics, because we're talking about Ultimates today, we're talking about Batman, we're talking about Miles Morales, we're talking about whatever else you read. But as well as like Creature Commandos and stuff like that. Yeah, Harper just
Yeah,
sent a picture of himself.
yeah.
So, well, I don't
Rip.
know about Harper joining this
Yeah.
episode, but yeah, I'll talk about D&D near the end. But yeah, we'll get into
News.
regular stuff. Yeah.
So not a very news heavy week. I'm trying to even figure out where to start this. I think first thing I think we should acknowledge we got a big movie release this week. Finally, we've been waiting for it. We're finally getting it. We've been
Forgot about that.
craving it, you might
Yeah.
say. Craven the Hunter finally burst onto cinemas. 50 years in the making. Uh
Yeah.
are you
We get
how
tickets.
rank your hype on the Cravometer?
Okay, it comes out Thursday night.
Yeah, are you
I'm
seeing it?
seeing no, I'm seeing
Or
Lord of
the
the Rings
Rohirrim?
Thursday night.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
see it too. I'm gonna see it Friday. I will see Craven. I feel like I can't draw the line at Craven. I saw Madam Web. Like I can't. I
Yeah.
I can't draw the line. So I'm gonna see Craven. Allegedly, it's the best one. The best
Well,
one in the
that's not
Sony.
that's not saying
I
too
know that's not
much
saying
though.
much, but like at least we're gonna see a guy rip a bunch of people apart, and it's fun in some
That's the
ways.
cool thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
I just don't think it's gonna be. I think it could be good, but maybe this is a hot take. I think every Venom movie is not good.
no, none of the movies that Sony have made are good.
Some people are just like Venom one's
Some
pretty
of them
good.
are
I don't think it is.
enjoyable. Venom is enjoyable, maybe to an extent,
Yeah.
on a certain level. Ironically, it's enjoyable. No one's gonna ever like look at it and say it's an actual good movie. Um, but Madam Web is the worst movie ever. Morbius is the worst movie ever. Venom 3 is the worst movie ever.
Yeah.
So if Craven is like decent, if it's a movie you walk out, you go, all right, it
Yeah.
was, it was worth the popcorn, I guess. Then
Yeah.
fine, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I guess
literally
that's good
it.
enough for a character that people have been pleading to just fight Spider-Man. But
Yeah.
whatever.
Like I think it's well casted for Craven, I guess. I guess
Yes.
it's not perfect, but
No, it's a weird one. I feel. I feel like it's
actually,
not.
yeah, now that I think about it, I feel like they could have picked a lot of different people that would have maybe done
Yeah,
better.
I mean, it's just it boils down to the same old thing. It's like, do I care about Craven if he's not fighting Spider-Man? No, no, I don't.
Are you seeing
Yeah. I said I can't draw the line, man. I saw Morbius, I saw Madam Web, I saw Venom. Like I can't draw the line here at Craven. I like
it?
Craven.
We should clip that and post that.
Yeah.
It's like no one cares. Are you seeing it? Yeah.
But I like Craven the Hunter. He's fun. He's got the
I
lion
don't
vest.
I don't
He's
know.
got abs.
Now I'm paying for movies again. I don't think I want to do it.
I still got that free AMC or whatever. It's not free, but I got the AMC subscription, so I get the
Yeah.
tickets for free.
Yeah, I
So
don't. So
yeah, I saw a movie this week. I saw Y2K. You seen the trailer for that?
yeah, the trailer didn't look very good.
I love Kyle Mooney. My friend introduced me to Kyle Mooney. He was a comedian. He's on SNL.
Yeah,
Um, and I thought the movie was fine. Kind of weird,
just fine.
just fine.
Yeah.
It was a
I like
directorial
it.
debut. Like you can't really say much.
Yeah.
There have been worse movies I've seen in my life.
It's weird how they started marketing that movie like very
Like
recently.
yesterday, yeah, a movie came out
Yeah.
on Friday. They marketed it yesterday. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. And it didn't like I like Rachel Ziegler, but it didn't really appeal to me.
Oh my god, people hate her though. I love.
I
I saw a video of it was like Kyle Mooney and the producer talking, and she was there, and she like interjected with a comment, like she responded to something one of them said, and then one of the comments was like, "Can someone get this bitch to shut the fuck up?" And I'm just like, what? Why do we hate her? Do we hate her because she said we do people hate her because she said that like Snow White was racist or something? Did she say that?
No, she says something like she didn't like
She said it was
the original Snow
outdated.
White because it was outdated. Oh, the 100-year-old movie's outdated.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah,
You
people
know who
are
said the same damn
very
thing? Peter Dinklage. That's why he's not in that movie. They went to him. Yeah, like, and we're not yelling
yeah,
at Peter Dinklage, are we? I mean, I'm
no.
sure some people are, but
Yeah, probably, but like
animals should be seen and not
people
heard.
are so angry. People are so angry that this woman gave her opinion about the Princess movie, and it
Yeah,
doesn't match
that
their
she's acting
opinion.
in. She's acting the damn remake of. Like
Yeah, yeah.
she is Snow White.
And it's just grown men that are mad that
Yeah,
they're
man.
so angry
How
that
old
this
is she?
woman had a
I
different
swear
opinion
that
about a princess.
I'm older than her. May 3rd, 2001. Yeah, I'm like a couple months older than her. Like we are children, man. Don't yell at them on the internet. At
But
least
yeah,
never gonna change though.
I thought she was good in Hunger Games.
She was in Hunger Games and she was in Shazam Fury of the Gods.
Oh yeah. Oh, you see the Zachary Levi stuff again?
I did see Zachary Levi say stuff. What
He
a
always
weird
says
guy.
stuff. Yeah, he always says
He's
stuff.
he's he's you know what? I guess he picked the right side, didn't he? I guess he
I just
did.
I like
Shazam beat
Flynn
the
Rider,
Avengers.
man. I like Flynn Rider.
Yeah, Tangled is good, isn't it?
Yeah, I love
Do you
Harold
think
and the
there's
Blue
like
Pen.
yeah? Do you think Harris in the blue pen? Do you think there's real Chuck heads out there that are like, what has become of our
Yes,
beloved Zachary Levi?
I read through a whole Reddit thread the other day of everything he's done in the past year.
Mhm.
And all the comments are just like, man, I really like Chuck. Or I actually thought Shazam was pretty good.
What
It's
was
just
the
like,
plot of Chuck? Did you ever read like? Do you know what Chuck is?
no, I know it's a show. I've never
I
seen a
looked
single
it
thing
up
of it.
once. If I remember correctly, I listen. If there's any Chuck heads listening to the podcast,
Chuck.
I'm sorry that I'm destroying this for you. Um, but I think he's like a low level, um, like desk jockey at the Pentagon or something. You know, like a there's
Yeah.
field agents and he's like a desk jockey and he might get like a USB drive or a CD or something that has like a bunch of encrypted data on it and it imprints onto him and he wakes up and he's like the biggest, baddest super spy ever. Or maybe he knows like some deep knowledge that's stuck in his head and he's like, I'm just a desk jockey though. I'm just Chuck, you know? Maybe that's it. I think that's
He
Chuck.
has like a photographic memory or something.
Something like that. No, I think it literally shoots
Chuck
into his
show.
brain,
Oh,
like
sure.
digitally,
Oh yeah,
something
the
like that.
cover has he's wearing he has a gun on this poster.
Well, I think like
Computer geek
across the seasons, he probably becomes like a James Bond.
computer geek Chuck Batowski opens an email that has been encoded
Yeah.
subliminally with vital government secrets triggering a massive download of critical information to his brain. With assassins and international terrorists
Critical
eager to nab Chuck's
information.
noggin, it
Oh,
fails.
nice.
You're right. Wow, I thought this was like a comedy.
No, secretly, I've been a Chuck head this whole time too.
Oh, it's definitely a comedy though.
No, it is a comedy, but it's probably like an action comedy. You know, they have like
Yeah.
seasons. Yeah, he looks. Yeah,
Okay, that's yeah. Okay, now I know. Why
but
are
you
we
know
talking
what?
about Chuck?
People liked it, right? People like Chuck,
Sure. I got 5 seasons.
which is more than like some shows that really deserve more get.
Yeah, exactly.
Anywho,
So yeah, I mean, it seems like it's like cable television.
it does seem like it's a cable television show. Yeah, what were we talking about? Rachel Zegler,
2007. Yeah, they came out around the same time as like Parks and Rec. I think that was 2007.
The Office, Office.
Community.
I nearly just said
No, The
that.
Office was like 2004, I think.
Who knows?
Community, I
Yeah,
think.
let's not do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, let's stop talking about Chuck.
All right.
What's next
Anyway,
on the news?
next on the news, and by that I mean first on the news, really. Clea, bruh, this damn dog, man. Um, James Gunn, James Gunn, head of the DCU.
Oh,
He went on Happy, Sad, Confused with Josh Horowitz, answered some questions, dodged some questions. I gotta yell at this dog real quick.
I'll keep talking. Chuck.
Chuck. And yeah, so answered some questions, dodged some questions about the DCU. Couple of interesting things in there that we'll talk about. So number one, Josh Horowitz asked. Josh Horowitz was the moderator of the panel at New York Comic Con for Creature Commandos. So they were
Yeah.
talking about it a lot in there. So it's kind of like a continuation of that conversation they were having.
Okay.
Um, I don't know what is wrong with her right now. She is tweaking out. But so they talked about Superman, right? Obviously, you talked about Superman. It's a big It's
Of course,
probably
yeah.
it's not going
It's
to
a
be the
thing on
biggest
its way.
movie of next year, but like in our circle, I would say it's probably the most anticipated.
Yeah,
Our circle,
yeah.
I mean like the internet
A
comic
hero
book
story.
community, but just
I would
people I
say
think in
so.
general, hell or high water, whether they think it's going to be good or bad, there's a certain understanding of like the fact that everything rests on this movie.
Yeah, it's my most anticipated like thing of like media
Mm-hmm.
thing coming out next year.
Yeah,
I
like if
don't think
they,
it'll be the best thing that comes
yeah,
out.
maybe not, but I'm sure
I
like,
don't think it will be.
well, yeah, GTA 6 comes out next year.
Oh, I
As
didn't
far
even
as
think of that.
media
I
goes,
was gonna say I think Fantastic Four will be better, and I think Daredevil Born Again will be better.
oh yeah, Daredevil does come out. I forgot about that. But if they said to me like you got to erase everything except for one thing next year, you can only do one thing, I'm gonna pick Superman.
Yeah, I
So
would too, even though I think Daredevil will be better. It's
yeah.
just this is the one thing that I'm like,
Um,
what is gonna happen here?
yeah, so they asked what is different. They asked him what do you think is like a part of Superman that has not been portrayed on screen that
Yeah.
he's going to do in his movie. And he said that we've never really seen sort of the Silver Age Superman science, like the big high concept science fiction stuff that they were doing in the Silver Age, where Superman would like, go to different planets and like blow galaxies away with a sneeze. I'm sure not like that, but
Yeah,
still,
yeah.
that kind of stuff where it was just big, stupid, fun science fiction. We've never really seen that in Superman before. The closest we ever
No.
got was that like deleted scene from Superman Returns where he goes to Krypton in that weird ship,
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, yeah.
or when Henry Cavill, flies into space to fight Doomsday. That's like the only time he ever
Yeah.
like we ever really. That's a joke, but like
We
we
don't
never
see him
really
leave
see.
Earth.
Yeah, we never see like a big fun. I mean, we to be fair, we've never seen a lot of Superman movies in general, but
Quite a few, but yeah.
um, yeah, but like not recently at least.
No, no.
Um, but we've never seen that kind of stuff, and I am super excited to see that kind of stuff on screen because I think that is like it like why would you not do that with Superman? Superman can do anything. You can't keep him on Earth forever.
Yeah, just have him go somewhere else. It'd be cool if he's seen like lanterns and stuff out there
Yeah, I
too.
know that even there's going to be lanterns in this movie, so but I know that even like Zack Snyder eventually was going to get to space, like they were going to go fight Darkseid and shit. Like that's fun. I like seeing
Yeah.
Superman in different environments. Like he's invincible on Earth, but he's invincible everywhere. You know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Um, he also said about lanterns. This was the kind of interesting thing. I'm really very interested in how this movie or this show is going to end up. But they asked him like, "What do you mean by grounded?" Everyone
Yeah.
keeps describing that this Green Lantern show is grounded. It's a grounded Green Lantern show, and he
Yeah.
said what that means is that it just takes place on Earth like most Green Lantern stories do, and that was the terminology he used, which I guess is true. It is
It's
true.
yeah, but not by a. It's not like oh, every Superman story take like most Superman stories take place on Earth. Yes, we know that, but there are some in space. But Green Lantern's pretty close to half and half, I'd say.
Maybe I feel like a lot of. I mean, ever since what Jeff Johns, it's all been big cosmic sci-fi stuff. But classic Green Lantern, Hal Jordan stays on Earth. He's kind of earthbound. I mean,
But
even Kyle
like,
Rayner's pretty earthbound. Like, I get it. I think he said it very weird.
yeah,
Um, and I think the term grounded is not the term they want to use. I think they mean like I think they just mean like earthbound because grounded implies that like oh they're gonna like they're not really emotional rings, they're like mechanical rings that like
you have to like
steampunk. Yeah,
charge it.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly. Like grounded in my head looks like Matt Reeves or Chris Nolan's Batman.
yeah.
And
That's grounded comic book.
I don't think that this will be this. Like he said, it's taking the characters seriously as if they really existed. But in my head, that doesn't mean that there's not going to be wacky sci-fi or fantasy elements to it.
Of course.
He did specifically say though, and I know this is probably going to get right up you. He said it's not going to take place in space with with 1,000 Green Lanterns.
Yeah, it's fine. You're starting off. That's okay.
Yeah. Um but yeah, on Earth, mystery. I still like the idea of it. I like the idea that it's a big mystery. I just I do want to know how grounded we're talking. Like you're
Yeah, me too.
casting
That makes me
like
nervous.
sheriffs of towns and stuff. And I'm like,
Oh, they are. Okay.
are we staying in like one area? Are we going around the globe? That's kind of what I'm curious about. Like, Are we going to the moon? Like, what do you mean by we're staying on Earth? Like, are we not going to space at all? Literally not at all. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
I'm very interested in it. I'm sure it'll be good though.
Yeah, we
I'm
just
still
have to
sure
wait
it'll
and
be
see.
good.
We don't know anything about the show really, so
Yes, other
we're
than
just kind
the
of
cast.
guessing.
Yeah, the cast members.
Yeah, for how John.
We he said that uh he said this recently that all the stuff they announced as part of their chapter 1 gods and monsters or whatever, he said it's not necessarily that they were going to make all those things. It's that was their plan, and some things will get morphed into other things and we'll greenlight it as we go.
Mhm.
He said that Waller, which I know is your most hyped show,
Yeah.
Brave and the Bold and Booster Gold were not where he wants them to be.
Oh,
um because he's very dedicated, he said, like, to getting the scripts right. And he's like, we're not going to film a single, you know, we're not going to film a single frame of anything until I feel like the stories are in place, which is smart. It's not what Feige
yes.
does. It's not what any of them do. And that's
Yeah.
why I think a lot of these things sometimes really go downhill.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, keep it at the script level. But I'm not surprised that like Waller's not a priority. you know?
Yeah, I don't. It's just do Peacemaker, man. Like put her in
Yeah,
Peacemaker.
I'm yeah, a Waller show
That could be a
is
subplot in
definitely stressing it.
Peacemaker.
Like you could have even just done Cadmus or something, would have been. Waller's very closed, I feel. Like, yeah, make it Peacemaker season 2 or 3 or something, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It's just I
I
don't
like
know.
Amanda Waller. I like her because I hate her. But that's
Yeah,
exactly it,
exactly.
is like how much could I really watch a show about her?
Yeah, I don't. It just sounds. It's got to be like this Task Force X show in the end. It can't be about her.
Yeah, and listen, like I know we said the same about the Penguin and stuff, but like I don't know. I think it's
Like
interesting.
we need
I
to see. Like you are correct, but like I rather just her being the woman director who's just controlling the prisoners and the villains that get caught. Like
Yeah, and
if a villain gets caught, they're controlled by her. I don't need to know much about her though.
yeah, I think that's kind of like the first time I ever saw Amanda Waller was in the Justice League Unlimited cartoon. I actually rewatched this episode like this week, but she it's I don't know if it's her first appearance in the show, but like I said, it was the first time I saw her, where she wakes up in the morning, her alarm goes off at like 4:30. She goes into the shower, she reaches for a towel outside of the shower, and Batman hands it to her. And she's like completely unfazed by Batman. She's like, "Oh, hello." And she knows that he's Bruce Wayne. Come on, Clea. She knows that he's Bruce Wayne. She doesn't care at all. And
Yeah.
like the idea that this woman exists at such a high level of government, and she's like untouchable, and she's not
Yeah.
afraid of the superheroes. That's cool, right? And that
Yeah,
she
that
knows
is
so
cool.
much about them. Even that Suicide Squad, the original one, the post credit scene where she's like threatening Bruce Wayne.
Oh,
That's
you
a
saw
good fucking
working
scene,
nights.
man. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. That moment is cool because I like the idea that she is this normal person who is completely unafraid and unfazed by superheroes and hates them and
Yeah.
hates them with everything. Um, and I liked like Absolute Power and stuff. But yeah, I don't
Yeah.
need a TV show
I don't
strictly
want to
about her.
know about her. I don't
Yeah.
want to know that she has a secret wife that's actually a scroll that she's taking care of. Like it's kind of
Yeah.
like the Nick Fury thing. We learned a lot about
Yes.
Nick Fury and Secret
Yeah,
Invasions. Like I
it's
didn't
more
need to know
interesting
this.
when these characters are mysteries. There's certain
Yeah.
characters we don't really need to know everything about.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
Waller is one
Amanda
of
Waller
those
is 100% one
characters.
of those. Even though I think Viola Davis is like a is perfect casting for Amanda
She
Waller.
is. Yeah, she's great in it.
Yeah, I don't know if I need a show. Listen, I'll eat crow if the show's amazing. I'm sure they can do something with it. I
Mhm.
don't really I don't know.
Yeah.
Speaking of Creature Commandos came out this week. The DCU has
Yes.
begun.
It's here.
Technically speaking, it is here. Amanda Waller's
I
in it,
oh, voiced by
so voiced by Viola Davis. Yeah. So this is
nice.
what I was thinking. If the Waller show is a continuation of this and Suicide Squad, that's kind of fun. It does take place specifically. The Creature Commandos specifically takes place after the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker. They do
It's two
mention that
years
stuff.
after, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I heard.
and because Rick Flag Senior's in there and he's his son's dead, and also the fact that in Peacemaker they leaked the presence of the Suicide Squad to the
The
public.
world. Yeah. So
So
this just came out 2 episodes now, right?
yes, 2 episodes.
And you watched it.
I did watch it.
I didn't.
You didn't watch it. Yes, Hunter did
I
not
did.
watch it.
And that's not because I don't want to. I will watch it. I'm not even gonna wait till it's all out. I'll check it out maybe after this. I just haven't had the time and we had to record this
Mm-hmm.
podcast. So that's my only reason. I've
Okay.
been a little busy, but
So
I am gonna watch it.
what do you think of like the concept, the idea?
I don't like it.
You don't like it? What do you mean you don't like it? What's wrong
I
with
don't
it?
care. I don't care
Yeah, sure, you
about
don't care, but
B-list
like you don't like it.
characters. I mean, I just don't. Why are you starting the new DC universe? Was just like, all right, MCU had Iron Man, DCEU had Man of Steel. We have a bunch of D-list villains in an animated series that doesn't look like any other. It looks a
Yeah,
lot like a lot of other animated series out there. There's nothing really unique about it style-wise,
yeah,
but yeah, it just feels like this doesn't feel like the start of a new universe. It just seems like something that
yeah. And
I
I
bet
don't think it's really supposed to be. Watching it, very fucking confusing.
because of
Very,
lore
yes, the lore is already all over the place.
and what's
I feel
canon, what
like this
isn't.
is
Yeah.
not because the way he had described it, and he described this at Comic Con as well, James Gunn, he said that like it's just happens, it's just because they had it ready. It was he before he became head of DC, they asked him, do you want to do anything animated? And he said, yeah, I think we could do this Creature Commando show. That sounds like fun. And then he became head of DC and had to make all this stuff. And they were already
It was
making Creature
already,
Commandos,
he
right?
was already
And so I
yeah.
can understand that it's made, you want to get it out there, get it out there. And I guess you don't really care to wait until after Superman because I
Yeah.
guess Peacemaker is going to happen. Then it's going to come out after that. Is it kind of, I guess it's a tight window, but it is weird optics. Optics are definitely strange on it. Um, and
I
like I
feel like
said,
when the entire like 10 years from now,
yeah,
this will be the least watched thing out of all of the
10
DCU.
years from now, when you're binging the DCU, you have to start here.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. And that's
Yeah.
like that sucks. And
Yeah. I
maybe it'll
mean,
be
well,
amazing. Maybe it'll be amazing.
the
But it's
thing
like,
about, well, the
man,
thing that's interesting about the show is that technically I'm wrong because the way that they examine the lore of this universe is that the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker are canon. So when you binge the DCU,
you
you're gonna
start
have
with
to
the
start with the
Suicide
Suicide
Squad.
Squad. Yeah, it's strange, man. It is because
Okay.
they mention like I like a certain aspect of it where we're jumping into this universe full tilt, and we
It
have
already
no
started,
questions.
yeah.
Yeah, we have no questions about what exists, what's real, what's not. The beginning of the MCU, super grounded, super technological based. Even in Thor, remember they were like, "Oh, well, where you call it magic, we call it technology or whatever." It's like
Yeah.
Asgard's not even magic, it's like super advanced alien tech or
Yeah.
whatever. Like they had a conceited thing to make it grounded and real and
Yeah.
expand the universe slowly. But in this, I like the universe is already open, and by the time we get to Superman, which is our real beginning to it, is a lived-in universe with characters that already exist, and I'm okay
Yeah.
with that. All right, because especially because DC has had so many stops and starts, I don't really need to see the very genesis of this Earth where nothing has ever existed and Superman bursts onto the scene. That's fine, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's weird. It's weird because now I
It's
guess
confusing.
in the Suicide Squad, Bloodshot is in jail for shooting David Cornsweet,
Oh
not Henry
yeah, shooting
Cavill.
Superman.
Like
Yeah.
that's weird. That's
Which
weird. Are
means
they going to
this
mention that?
brand new Superman has already been shot.
Yes, he's already been on adventures like that. He's been in.
Yeah.
You spent him. You sent Superman to the ICU or whatever. And how lived in is this universe? That's the questions we'll get to when we get to
Yeah.
Superman.
Was
But
and since Harley Quinn's in that, does that make Birds of Prey canon? Does that make Suicide Squad 2016 canon?
yeah, there's exactly a lot of weird questions you have to ask. I
That
mean,
movie with
even
Ben
the
Affleck's
old
Batman?
the old Justice League show up in Peacemaker. And I know that James Gunn keeps saying that, like, okay, well, Peacemaker season two, Peacemaker season one happened, and that scene didn't. But, like,
Oh,
what do you mean that scene didn't happen? We saw it happen. How are you going to address it? And he says that they'll address it in season two. Maybe they'll have some offhanded thing.
it's gonna be a
Maybe,
joke or something, yeah.
yeah, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it being explained. It's just weird right now, you
Yeah.
know? Um, and even like the main villain, at least in these two episodes so far, is Cersei. And I'm like, man,
What?
we're already jumping into Cersei, like
Why are you
being,
using her in Creature Commando?
and I'm sure, like, do you really care to get to Cersei in a Wonder Woman movie? Sure, why not? But like, you're gonna,
Why? Yeah,
and if
I
they
just.
do, no, and if they do, they'll use the same actor. It'll be the same
Oh yeah, I
character.
guess
But
so.
it's like, man, we're already there. You know, we're
Hmm.
already there. It's
And this
interesting.
Harley Quinn's already broken up with the Joker too.
Yes, but it's gonna probably be a different. It's not gonna be Jared Leto.
No, it's not, but like
Yeah, interesting.
It should have just restarted. You could still do Peacemaker and just have John Cena like Peacemaker be Psycho Pirate.
Yeah,
He
John
remembers
Cena
the old
being the only
universe.
one who acknowledges the fact that anything is different. Clea, he's
Yeah,
literally in her cage too, or in her little thingy, just barking because she wants to be annoying. Um,
she wants attention.
she's annoying. God damn it. But yeah, I think it was fun. It's very strange so far because it's very James Gunn right now.
Yeah, yeah.
And have you seen the intro to the show?
No.
They animated James Gunn. It says written and directed by
Oh
James
my
Gunn. It shows
God.
James Gunn on his computer. Now, allegedly,
Okay.
allegedly, they did that without him saying it. They did that. They just did that.
Okay.
Um, but God, that's funny.
Th- I I think James Gunn has a really big ego,
And yeah, yes, he
which
probably does.
he's done some good
He's
stuff.
he hasn't missed, so maybe he deserves that ego. And he's the guy that everyone's resting their hopes and dreams on as far as DC
Yes.
goes.
Yes. But I
But
remember I was bothered when Guardians of the Galaxy 2 came out that they had pop figures for the whole Guardians, except for they didn't have a Mantis pop figure, but they had a James Gunn pop figure.
do you think though which one sold more? I would say honestly at that point probably the James
No,
Gunn
it
Funko
would, but
Pop.
it's like
Yeah,
I've never heard of
yeah.
a movie coming out where the director is
Gets his own
getting
Funko
action
Pop.
figures. Yeah,
Yeah,
getting not just a Funko Pop, but like the characters get their action figures, which makes sense.
yeah.
But and the director,
And James Gunn. Like,
it's like
okay.
why?
Yeah, and
So
they all love him. Like the thing is it's hard to talk because like everyone that's ever worked with James, you've never heard a bad thing about James Gunn from people that have worked with him,
yes,
right? Everyone
yes,
loves him. Everyone says he's great to work with. He's,
yes,
he's a whatever. But it does feel like that stuff is kind of strange.
yes. It
It's
is a
funny.
little
It's
odd.
funny, but it's strange. Um, I think Creature Commandos is fun. I don't think it's really hitting anything significant yet. Like episode 2 is kind of cool. It's about the backstory of the bride, the Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah, yeah.
David Harbour plays
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein's monster, yeah, and he's
Yeah.
horrible. He's a really just terrible, terrible monster. Um, and there's a lot, and the characters are fun so far. Like the world and the characters and stuff have not really opened up yet, so it's not much to talk about.
Yeah.
Every episode is going to have a character's backstory, and apparently episode 4 is the real masterpiece of it all. It's the Weasel backstory.
Is it eight
Um,
episodes?
I think so, 8 or 9.
Okay.
But I like the idea of it. I have no problem with the Creature Commandos show because I think that does appeal to me in some sense, like a task force of monsters and stuff. Dr.
Yeah, that sounds
Phosphorus
cool.
and the Bride of
Yeah.
Frankenstein and GI Robot. I love GI Robot. He's just hates
Joker joke.
Nazis like most of us do.
Yeah.
Most of us. I hope
Well,
everyone
all
listening
of
to this
us, it should
podcast.
be.
I hope everyone listening to this podcast hates Nazis. um, who else is there? There's a character called Nina Mazursky who is like a fish lady.
Oh yeah.
At the Comic-Con panel, there was a lot of talk about how these characters have sex. Like a lot of like a weird amount of like significant talk about like how some like from the actors on stage, not just like James Gunn really, but from a lot
Yeah,
of them were
yeah.
talking about how their characters are like how they would bang their own characters. And the lady that plays the fish lady was like, I'd probably bang the fish lady. I'm just like, what the fuck? What the fuck are we
Start
talking?
of the DCU.
Yeah. Frank Grillo, right? How old is he? He's got to be 60, right? 60
Yeah,
flat,
around there.
maybe late 50s. And there's another character in this show. So he's Rick Flag Sr. And there's another character played by
Wait,
Maria
isn't he only like
Bakalova.
8 years older than Rick Flag?
Yeah, he's not that much older. They do explain that um they had Rick Flag when he was 18, so he wasn't that old, but still.
Okay.
Um where is he? Frank Grillo. But yeah, Maria Bakalova is also in this. James Gunn said she was the first person ever cast in the DCU. She plays a princess of this country they go to. And I don't know how old her character is supposed to be. She's probably like 20, mid 20s, I hope. She looks very
Okay.
young. But I don't think she's like underage because Rick Flag Sr. and this princess fuck hard in episode 2.
Okay.
Like it gets crazy. And I did there was a, it's 59. I was so close. Franco, it's 59. Um, but there was a part where I was watching it, and I'm watching this very old man and this younger woman, and they're
Right.
fucking, and it's a cartoon, and it's a DC, and the DC Studios logo played in front of it. We finally saw it, and I was just like, this is how we're starting, huh? This is like I enjoy it.
We're gonna
I
start with
didn't laugh.
Superman.
I didn't laugh that much. I didn't think it was super funny, at least not yet.
Yeah, yeah.
But I did think that was I did have a moment where I was like, okay, this is how we're
It's
getting
like
into it, huh?
secondhand embarrassment a little
A
bit.
little bit, yeah.
Like,
It's
okay.
kind of cringe. I enjoy it enough. I think it will get better. I think as we learn more about the characters and whatnot, I just don't think anything significant has really happened yet, is a thing.
Yeah.
And it's episode 2, so
Yeah, you'll get there eventually.
and the episodes are kind of short. They're like 30 minutes. That's a good show. I like it. I
I'll
think it'll
check it
be
out this week.
good.
I might check it out tomorrow. We'll see.
Um, yeah.
The other thing that came out this week.
Other thing that came out, I was just trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say about Creature Commandos I thought was
Oh
weird.
yeah.
Oh, there was a at the end of episode 1. I didn't watch it. I heard about it. I saw the screenshot. Obviously, there's a future nightmare apocalypse thing. Superman's on a cross. David Cornsweet Superman first appearance. There we go. And Starfire from the
It's
Teen
like
Titans is
pierced
there.
through the back, yeah,
Yeah,
by a
first
stake.
appearance of Starfire. So if they mention characters in this show, they exist, they're canon,
Yeah.
and I think that that is going to be very interesting going forward. I
Yeah,
wonder
so
how
now
that's going to be
Starfire is canon, and in the future
and exist.
she may get impaled by a
Yeah, I hope
stake.
not. But it also makes me wonder if all those characters. Remember in Peacemaker, he mentions like everyone.
Yeah.
He runs the entire gamut: Green Arrow, Batman,
Yeah, he does.
Mr. Mixie, Spitlick, Batmite, whatever.
Yeah.
I wonder how far we're really gonna go with taking that seriously, but it's James Gunn. He'll probably take that shit seriously.
He
Like I
probably will, yeah.
we'll probably see Mr. Missy X Spitlick at some point in the DCU. You
Yeah,
know,
probably. I could see that
Batmite,
happening, yeah.
100% we're getting Batmite.
Yeah, yeah. But it
Um,
is interesting though. It's just like, all right, now we're starting over. The other DC universe wasn't as good, so we're starting over.
yes.
Here's Superman on a cross again.
Yes, here's
It's
our
like
famous imagery, like that. And the thing
Jesus
is,
Superman,
maybe
yeah.
it was Henry Cavill's Superman, and they had to paint over it because they started it so
Oh, maybe it
early.
was,
But
yeah.
still, I don't know.
Yeah, remember
Very
remember
strange.
Darkseid? What was that ending to the DC animated universe?
Oh, Justice League Dark Apocalypse
Dark
War.
Apocalypse War. That was bad.
Yeah, that movie sucks ass. That movie
Yeah,
sucks.
they did such
I
bad things to the characters.
Yeah, it's like at least in an Endgame or in Infinity War, Thanos snaps and they disintegrate. But you imagine Thanos like ripping them to shreds,
Yeah, that's
like
what they
ripping their
did.
heads
Yeah.
off and like ripping a spine, doing some Mortal Kombat shit. You like that's
Yeah. I was like, what am I
nasty, man. Like
watching?
we like these characters. Like I know it's fun. Gore's fun. We all enjoy gore because we're
Yeah.
crazy freaks. But
Yeah.
I don't really like seeing certain characters just get destroyed. It's like an Ultimatum, where it's like
Yeah.
Ultimatum. Obviously, everyone knows it crosses lines, like when Blob eats Wasp. But there's a
Yeah.
part in Ultimatum that it really made me uncomfortable. I remember where I think it's Sabretooth. There's a lot of fucking people eating people in that book.
Yeah.
Sabretooth like does a kick to Angel, like from here, like kicks him. They're in midair, lands on his neck, and then just starts eating his wings. I'm like, oh god, like
Yeah,
why,
like
man?
what?
Ew.
It's
And
just
it's not,
it's too edgy. Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's too
don't know.
edgy. I'm not a little kid, but I don't need to see that happen. You
Yeah.
know,
I mean,
superheroes are they're
yeah.
bright and they're cheery, and even when they're not,
Yeah.
I don't like seeing that happen.
I don't like that in superhero media. I'm okay with like dark stuff happening, but not like that.
Yeah,
I love Terrifier 3
you love Terrifier. Well, it's not, but it's not
because
like
I'm
Superman.
going for that.
Yes, but
Yeah.
it's not like it's not. They're not blowing up Batman or whatever.
No, yeah, exactly.
It's like
So
if
it's a
in
little different.
and when Jason Todd dies, if imagine because he blows up in that warehouse, and Batman
Yeah.
finds him like fully his full corpse. Like, thank God they didn't draw like he's missing an arm or like his head is like half blown off.
Yeah, his
Like
eyes are
you
out.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's levels, there's taste levels, and I
Yeah,
think
exactly.
you just don't need to do it. You know,
Yeah.
you just don't need to.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Speaking of
Hmm.
another thing that came out this week,
There we go.
yes, came out what
Marvel Rivals came
yesterday?
out
What day
this
is today?
week.
Sunday
Yeah, yeah.
came out Friday.
Came out Friday. Marvel Rivals came out. When Marvel Rivals was announced, they announced, I think, like 15 characters.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about it on this podcast. We were just like,
Did
let's
we?
go through it and let's give it a yay or a nay. Let's say how excited we are for each character. And we did about 4 characters, and we all agreed, like, you know what? We're not excited for this game at all.
Yeah,
So we didn't even go through the whole roster. We're just like, you know what? Let's just move on. Like, we're not gonna play this.
I never played Overwatch. I'm not really a fan of hero shooters, that
I
genre.
don't either. Yeah, I
Yeah,
did
and
play Overwatch, but I
I
don't
don't
like,
like
you know,
generally don't like multiplayer games. Like
I'm the
I'm
same.
much more of a
Well,
solo player guy. Listen, you can come at me. I know I play a lot of Fortnite, but everyone plays
I was about
Fortnite
to say
except for
that.
you. But everyone
Yeah.
plays Fortnite. It's like it's a cultural thing. But I just don't really do multiplayer games. I love Call of Duty, but again, I feel
I'm
like
the
that's
same way.
different.
Like I don't do multiplayer
But
games,
yeah,
but I'll do fighting games. But that's just one on one. Like
yeah, but
Street Fighter 6 is my most played game on PS5 by I think like 200 hours.
Jesus,
So
but like this kind of game is a different genre that I am not really into. Like there's other what is it? Valorant's one of those two, right?
Valorant. I played a lot of TF2, like Team Fortress 2
Yeah, I
in
never
like
played
high
TF2.
school.
I know that's yeah, but another hero shooter or whatnot. But this
I
one,
loved TF2, but I didn't like Overwatch at all, and I haven't played any of the other ones.
yeah. Well, this one we get like, Spider-Man and shit. So immediately it's on my radar. And as the build up to this game was happening, like again, I'm not into these types of games, but there was a lot of promises being made about what kind of game this was going to be, where it did feel too good to be true, right? It's like
It's
we have
free.
it's free, number one. There's a whole gamut of characters, so
It's
many
like
free
33 or
characters that you don't have
something
to
like that.
unlock.
You don't have to pay
Um,
for a single character.
you
You
don't have
get
to pay
them
for a
all.
single thing. The only thing you have to pay for if you want to, because apparently you can still get them in game if you play enough, are the skins. But people will pay for the skins, and I'm fine. You
I'm
know,
okay with that. Yeah.
I miss living in a world where like you earned skins in game.
Damn you, Oblivion.
Yeah, but I guess I'm okay if the only microtransactions are the cosmetics.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
nothing, it's not pay to win.
yeah. Oblivion
And
was the first DLC game, and that
yeah, rip,
ruined the
you
industry
ruined gaming.
because they said, "Hey, for $3, your horse can get armor,"
Fuck, dude, I got
and
three
everyone's
bucks to
like,
spend.
"What?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Ruined
Now it's
gaming.
like, oh my God. Have you seen, by the way, it's kind of side tangent on the Xbox? You wouldn't have seen this, you don't have Xbox.
No, I have
On
PS5.
on Xbox, the store, there's a sale for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, the collector's
Oh,
edition,
it's gonna
right?
be like what, $2 or
It
something?
was $100 is the original price. It is $5 right now.
I still
I might buy
wouldn't.
it, dude. I might buy it.
I still wouldn't play
Yeah,
it.
well, that Indiana Jones game's come out tomorrow, so I gotta play that. But anyway, Marvel Rivals. Yeah, they're making a lot of promises about what kind of game this was gonna be, and I can respect when a studio puts their foot down, says this is the kind of game it's gonna be. We're not gonna disappoint.
Yeah, because
And
Concord just came out, and it was this
yes,
type of game, and it
and
lasted a week.
it lasted a week. They took down the servers and they took down the game. You can't buy it anymore, I don't think. And it
No,
also
you
cost
can't.
them like $400 million. And I believe that there's a quote from a PlayStation exec saying that Concord was going to be their Star Wars.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
but
um,
nobody cared. The
nobody
character
cared.
designs that weren't really appealing for the most part.
Yeah,
The
and I think
jokes
when
in
you
the
watch
launch
the
trailer sucked.
trailer, yeah, when you watch the trailer for Concord, you kept wondering, oh, this is gonna be a cool like single player kind of big like
It looked
Guardians
like
of the
a
Galaxy
yeah,
type thing,
yeah.
and then hero
It's
shooter.
revealed that it's a hero shooter. It's like a 5 versus 5 hero shooter, and everyone's like, "Oh, so it's Overwatch,"
Yeah,
but it costs money.
yeah.
It wasn't free. So
Marvel Rivals
everyone
came
was
out
pretty
Friday.
disappointed to the point that it didn't make enough money to last. No one played it
It didn't
really
make
yet.
enough money the last 2 weeks. Yeah,
Yeah, so they just pulled the plug. But Marvel Rivals, Spider-Man's in it.
Spider-Man's in it. What do you think? Like from playing it, I enjoy it. You're enjoying it, right?
I've played only an hour.
I played two, I think, 2 hours. So yeah,
But that hour I played, I went like, okay, I don't like shooters.
yeah.
I don't like multiplayer games. I
Walk
much
me through
prefer
your
Street
first game. Who'd
Fighter.
you pick?
So yeah, I go on and I'm just like, I didn't even know who was in the game
Yeah.
really. So I was like, Adam Warlock. Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm like, these aren't just like your main
Yeah, no,
characters here.
it's
These
not.
are
It's not.
like,
Yeah, there's fun ones in there. Yeah, Cloak and Dagger
yeah.
and shit.
So the first, I'm just like, okay, well, I suck at these types of games. So what's a character that looks easy? So I picked
Mhm.
Punisher because I'm like, that's
Punisher's, yeah, and there's a
generic.
difficulty ranking. He's 1 star.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why I picked him.
He
And I'm
just
like, my
shoots.
goal, I was sitting next to Chelsea and she was watching. I'm just like, my goal is one kill. And
Yes.
I'm getting seven. So I was like, oh my
Nice.
God, I'm the greatest at this game. And I had a fun time to the
It's
point where I'm
fun.
like, all right, I'll try Adam Warlock next. And then I tried like maybe 6 or 7 characters and I actually had a good time.
Yeah, I had a good time too. I think the first time I played Moon Knight. I think he looked like the most fun to me.
Hmm.
Um,
I played him too. I didn't like him.
no, I don't like him either, man. I can't figure him out. Um, but I've played like 2 hours or so. I played a lot today. Um,
2 hours or so, then a lot.
no, I just mean like I felt like I played a lot today. Maybe I didn't play so long, but like I was sitting on the couch at the TV, just like for like a couple of
A
games in
long
a row.
time. Yeah.
Felt like a
Yeah.
long time. Um, and I haven't played every character, but I
Yeah.
am having a lot of fun with it, man. I think it is a lot of fun. I
Yeah.
think my main, at least the ones that I'm figuring out, because it's one of those games where there's a learning curve for every
Um,
single character. And
um,
if you want to get really cracked, you got to spend time figuring him out. That's why like Spider-Man is a 5 star character, extremely difficult to play because
mhm.
it's just there's a lot of moving parts with a character like
Of
that.
course, yeah.
The one that I think I've got down is Bucky. I
I
really
haven't
like
played him
playing
yet.
Winter Soldier's fun. He's just got a gun, he just shoots him. I know that sounds like
There's a lot
Punisher.
of characters.
I know that sounds like Punisher, but he's got the bionic arm. He shoots shit out of his bionic arm. He's cool. Played
Okay.
Hella a bit. You play Hella yet?
No.
Hella's cool. Who'd you play?
I played, well, the character that I enjoyed the most was Venom.
Venom. I played Venom a little bit.
Venom was a lot of fun. And I did very good with Adam Warlock as well. I had a
Hmm.
good time with him. And then there's one,
He's very support.
yeah, there's one
Heals
more that
people.
I played that I did good with. I'm trying to
Squirrel
remember.
Girl.
Oh, Wolverine. I liked
Mhm.
Wolverine.
Wolverine. Let me just say, I hate the look. He looks like shit.
I
Looks
don't
like
like
dog
his hair.
shit. I
Yeah.
don't like a hair either. I think that is one where they made him ugly so that you want to buy the skin.
Because you have the Devil Wolverine skin.
Looks sick, yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah, I was gonna ask you. Okay, you have 33 characters. You got your big characters, you got your Iron Man, your Spider-Man, but you also got like characters like Luna Snow, and you got like Cloak and Dagger,
I
and like
swear
less
Luna
more so
Snow is like an
lesser known.
industry plant. I have no fucking idea who that character is. I just
Yeah,
see her
she's
on
she's
covers and shit.
she's little to
And
no
Jeff,
appearances.
Jeff the Land Shark.
Jeff, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is
I like
awesome that
that.
he's in there. Industry plant. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, he is. He is. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like a Marvel Infinity character, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's like was he
Gwenpool.
Gwenpool's
Yeah,
like sidekick?
but he's great.
Yeah,
He's
he's a
awesome,
fucking
and
son of a
his skin,
bitch.
he's in a dolphin outfit. It says
Yeah, it looks cute.
incognito.
Yeah.
But what characters would you add to this game? First of all,
Right
I'm shocked
now,
Deadpool's not in it. But yeah,
blown away Deadpool's not in it.
yeah, I'm shocked. But who would you add out of the entire
First,
Marvel universe? Because
right now,
obviously there's,
first.
yeah.
Well, you saw some of the leaks. Have you seen the
No, I didn't
leaks?
see any.
Okay, I'm gonna send you
Okay,
one.
let me just say who I would add
Yeah.
before I hear the leak. I think this character would be so fun. I'm shocked he's not in it, but I would 100% add Nightcrawler.
Ooh, that's a good pick. Yeah, that is a good pick.
He would be fun in this game.
He
And
would be that
I'm
would see that's a
surprised he's
learning
not in it.
curve. 100% that's a learning curve.
Yeah.
But he would be fun. Yeah, Nightcrawler does sound fun. I would add, I think, Cyclops. Get ricochets and shit. Oh
Oh
my
yeah, that'd be
god.
cool. Yeah.
Or Daredevil.
I'd
Daredevil,
want him in it. Yeah. You
Daredevil,
gotta.
I am mostly like a lot of it I feel that I want is the designs. I think the designs of these characters,
They're
I
so good.
love
The art
they
in this is so good.
yeah, they look incredible. Here we go. Check this out.
Oh, but before
So,
my other character would be
okay,
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. Ooh,
That'd
I
be
feel like that'd
fun.
be very strange mechanically.
I
Kind of
remember
like a
when Ant-Man
tough
was
to
on the
crack, but
leak. Ant-Man was on the leak for the Avengers game, and I was like, "That's gonna be so fun," and then
yeah.
it
Nope,
got
didn't happen.
canceled. Yeah.
Check that out. Mr.
Oh, I
Fantastic.
saw that one, the Mr. Fantastic one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good pick.
Johnny.
Human Torch is also good, yeah.
And Ben, yeah.
Sue?
No Sue
Oh, is
yet.
Sue
Sue
not there?
Sue will definitely be in there.
An invisible character would be
Um,
great, yeah.
yeah, and also Ultron got leaked. Um,
Ultron, that's cool.
yeah, I think Cyclops 100% I would add Cyclops. But you also got to think about like the fact that there are some kind of weird oddballs in there. You got to throw oddballs. Yeah, think about that. Maybe someone like, be fucking fun, I feel. Maybe like
Yeah.
Black Bolt.
That would be oh.
Ooh.
The suits would be really cool. I
Yeah, the
imagine
suit,
like
the
the designs
cosmetics,
would be
yeah.
great. Yeah.
Like I don't know, Silver Surfer, he'd be cool. I don't
That would be
this there
cool.
are a lot of I mean there's a million Marvel characters. By this game is probably going to run for the rest of our lives. So we'll get them all.
Yeah, I'm
Um
surprised Captain Marvel's not here.
yeah. Oh yeah, that is true actually. No
Yeah,
Captain
Miss
Marvel.
Marvel, no, not her either.
Um oh Gambit. Gambit.
Gambit would be cool, and he would be
Gambit would be
popular
cool.
too.
Uh uh what's his name? Ghost Rider.
Yep.
Ghost Rider would look sick. A lot of the
Actually,
designs
you
are just
mentioned
sick.
you don't like Wolverine's design. When I was going through with Chelsea, we got to the last page and we saw Wolverine, and both of us were like, "Oh, Miss Marvel." Just because
What?
for a first reaction, because you see the colors and you see the long hair.
Oh, the new Ms. Marvel look.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, weird.
Yeah, I thought it
I
was
don't.
Miss Marvel
I
for, and then it went
You're the
like, wait, no,
only
that's
people
Wolverine.
to ever do that. I'm trying to look at who else. I don't know. Yeah, I think the roster is pretty well balanced so far.
It is a good
There's
starting
open
roster, yeah.
spots clearly.
Vision would be cool.
Did you say Vision? I was literally just thinking Vision.
Yeah, Vision
Walking
would be
through
cool.
walls. I mean, even Kitty would be cool walking through walls and stuff.
That would be
Um,
cool, yeah.
but I do like it. I'm enjoying it a lot.
Colossus, yeah.
Should we say what we want to do?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We don't know
We
how.
we don't know how. We want to play the game for the channel. And what I would like to do, and if you guys are tech whizzes, and by that I mean if you know how to do basic shit, because this is basic level one shit, I would like to stream this game with followers. Hunter and I will play with followers on Twitch or YouTube or whatever we can do. I just don't know how to fucking do that. I have capture cards. I have all the shit. I know how to
This
hook
is
everything up.
5v5, so if Tyler and I take two slots, and then we can get three listeners, or if Harper wants to join, and then we get two listeners.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. I'll probably also pressure you guys to play Fortnite in that session.
You will, but I
But
see you've been pressuring us for years to play Fortnite, and we
yeah, you
always say
know what? You
yes,
said
but then we
Marvel
never do it.
Rivals. Yeah, you said Marvel
But I
Rivals,
think
and
Marvel
I'm
Rivals is a bit
immediately.
more like it's a bit more easier for us, I guess,
I
because it's new for
guess.
everyone.
Yeah, sure.
Everyone doesn't know what they're doing, and it's
Yeah,
comic book stuff. So.
yeah. That being said, there's a leak for Fortnite where apparently we're gonna get a comic book Batman skin, and like, come on. I
Okay,
will buy that.
I
I
thought that would have already been in.
No,
Okay,
there's like a classic maybe cell shaded,
okay,
blue
yeah,
and
yeah.
I if it was $1 million, I would still find a way to buy it. Like that is something where like I have self control, but there's certain things where I'm like, okay, well, I need to buy that. I
I
would have to buy
understand the
that.
cosmetic thing now.
Yeah,
I do
it
it
is
in
a
Street
fucking
Fighter.
rabbit hole. I
It
don't want to
sucks.
know how much money I've spent on Fortnite. I don't want to know. It would be
Ooh,
embarrassing.
ooh.
It
What do you
would
estimate?
be. What would I estimate?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say on a good on the low end, maybe like $300. That's a low
Okay.
estimate, I feel. Over
Yeah.
years, how about four? How many years have I played Fortnite? 6 years? Feels like a low end estimate, but that's still too much
That's
money.
fair. Yeah. That's fair.
It's
I
too
mean,
much money.
I get it because I don't care about cosmetics. Like it's the same gameplay at the end. And then
Yeah.
Street Fighter gave us Ryu in a leather jacket. I was
Oh, come on,
like,
man.
oh no. So I bought that.
Come on. I wish I could find like how many V-Bucks I bought. Yeah.
V-Bucks.
I hate that I say that too. Oh yeah, I bought these V-Bucks. Um, but yeah, it's fun. Marvel Rivals. I'm probably gonna like immediately after we end this podcast, I'm probably gonna go back to playing it.
I might later tonight. I gotta make food first. I'm so hungry.
Yeah.
I guess
Um,
comics. We get into comics now.
yes. You read Ultimates.
I read Ultimates, and I think my thoughts on Ultimate this issue was this feels like the calm before the storm.
This
It
feels
feels
like the
like not
calm.
much happened.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I feel like
Like
what this was.
nothing happened.
Nothing really happened. Yeah, a lot of talky issue. This,
She-Hulk got angry at Doom. Uh,
yes,
Steve went for a walk through New York
yeah,
with the original Human Torch. I forget his name.
some Spider-Man connections, which I enjoy. Oscorp, and
Yes,
also we see Matt Murdock.
we see Matt. But he doesn't do anything. But
Yeah,
I do like the conversation where Steve has, where this Steve is very different from our 616 Steve, because 616 Steve is a bit more hopeful. This Steve's just mad. He just
yeah, he's
hates
got no
everything.
reason to be hopeful.
He hates everything.
Yes,
And
he
he even
does.
hates the idea of having a phone to know where to go. He's
I don't
just
need a
like,
map or a phone. I just need to get my
yeah,
bearings. Yeah.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I just like this universe. I like this one to me. You Calm Before the Storm, yes, but this also felt like reaching out into this larger universe. Like they just lost the first big fight that they're gonna lose. And this to me felt like we're going, okay, so we just passed the first year of the Ultimate Universe, right? And we
yeah.
lost like a big fight that we really should not have lost, or we really cannot afford to lose.
Hmm.
And so this book, I feel like subliminally hints at the larger Ultimate Universe that's out there, because eventually we're gonna have to get to the point where we're gonna connect all those dots. We're gonna have to
Yeah.
get Spider-Man in there. We're gonna have to get um Black Panther in there. We're gonna have to get the X-Men in there and whatnot. And
Wolverine coming up.
and
Yeah.
yeah, Wolverine when that comes out. I think Ultimate 1 year in is next week. I think maybe this
Okay.
upcoming week.
Okay.
We're gonna get a lot of stuff in that. I know we're
That'll
gonna
be
get
pretty lore heavy. Yeah.
yeah, we're finally, I know we've been waiting for it, gonna get Ultimate Howard the Duck, which is exciting. And I'm
We
not even
are.
kidding.
Okay.
We are. Yes, we're getting Ultimate.
Okay.
Yeah, Ultimate Howard the Duck. Is it this year? Yeah, or it is this week. Yeah. Ultimate Howard the Duck. His name is Howard Duckson.
Okay.
Ultimate Nick Fury and Ultimate Wolverine are our first appearances for that book. But I'm sure there'll be more kind of secrets going on.
Yeah.
Um, but I enjoyed it. I think Ultimates. This book has been unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
Just
It's Marvel's best book.
incredible high quality stuff with like something to say, you know?
Yeah.
Dennis
Exactly.
Camp is not a pussy. He does not
No.
care about a some how a portion of the audience will react. I don't think he cares about how anyone's going to react to this. He's
Exactly. Yeah.
writing the stories that feel true to him. And I think that you know, this new universe has worked so well because I feel like it does feel authentic in a lot of different ways. Like a lot of the characters for all of the books, they feel real. It feels like a real world, but also knowing what it should be, it's like there is a sense of despair like that's inherent to the universe, where it's
Mhm.
like these guys should be the Avengers, they should be actual heroes, but now because of the maker, we have to be undercover, we have to do all this stuff. We just lost such a big fight. We don't usually lose fights like that. At least like the Avengers would not lose that fight. And I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
I love that. And I am so interested to see where this goes once we get past, like in a year from now, what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
Um, and I think that that's really the exciting part of this ride. It's like a ride, It's like, where is this going to end up? And I think ending this, it says 11 months remaining. Whew, the maker is
Less
scary,
than a
man, and
year.
we're
Yeah.
getting there. I
Less
remember
than
a
a
year
year.
ago, and it was like we were excited for Ultimate Spider-Man, and now we're about to get 12 issues.
Oh
It's
yeah, when you say it like that, that's weird.
it's fun.
But
It's
12
it's it's
issues,
very
but
exciting.
like by the time the makers arrived, we would have seen Superman, we would have seen Fantastic Four, like
Yeah,
a
exactly.
lots
Everyone,
still gonna
yes,
happen, yeah.
Batman's gonna show up.
Yeah.
Cersei,
Yeah, yeah. So
GI Robot. Yeah, it's
there's
exciting.
still a ways to go. But
There's a lot to do. There will probably Wolverine. I think is the only one they announced. Right? They only announced Ultimate Wolverine as far
yeah.
as future books in the Ultimate Universe.
I'm
But
surprised we don't have as many.
yeah,
Yeah.
100% there will be more. At least
Yes.
before the maker.
Yes.
Um,
Agreed,
maybe
yeah.
something will happen in these books, and like there'll be a big reveal. Like next month, we're getting the Ultimate Guardians of the Galaxy. If that book is good, if it's well received, I'm sure we could get a spinoff of some sort.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm sure that there's also other stuff that we just don't know about, like other stuff, books that they have planned, books that they have already made that we just don't know about.
Yeah,
Wolverine looks cool, man. You gonna read Wolverine?
I 100% will. Yeah.
Yeah, I just read that Texas Blood. I know I've been talking about it. Fucking Chris Condon, good book. So
Oh, same creative.
same or writer. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Uh, yeah. Ultimates
What
was
else?
great.
Oh yeah, tell me about Batman real quick. Cause
Why?
you
Because I
hold
fucking
on. You texted me today.
yeah.
Because
Yesterday.
I
Yesterday.
said,
Yesterday.
how is Batman? And you said, you said best comic this year and best comic I read. I'm
Did I
trying to
say that
think
about
about
Batman?
what, yes, you did.
No, that is not what I said about Batman. I must have not. Okay, what I meant was, let me see.
Oh, I see what you mean now.
Yeah,
Never
come
mind.
on, man. You read this wrong.
I
You
did
said,
read it
"How's
wrong.
Batman?" And I said, "Oh man, weird shit. I'll tell you about it." And then the next text I sent was, "I'm definitely gonna make videos for the YouTube best comics this year and best comics I read this year." Batman.
I
This was not the
understand
best
now.
comic I read this year.
I understand now.
100%. Totally fucking weird Gonzo issue of Batman. But not
Yeah,
the best,
this whole
not the
run's
best
been
comic.
weird though.
Yeah,
So
so
yeah,
this
tell me
one,
about this.
you haven't read the last couple of issues, right?
Yeah.
No? Yes or no?
No, I missed I think four.
Okay. So the mayor, remember Mayor Nakami? Was that it?
Yeah, eye
Nakano.
patch.
He died. He got murdered.
Oh, by who?
Um, that's what we're trying to find out.
Okay.
And in this issue, so did you know that Gordon, he's not commissioner anymore. Gordon and Bullock have started a private investigation firm. They're PIs now. They're
Didn't know
private
that.
dicks. They're dicks for hire.
Okay.
And so they're trying to investigate who murdered the mayor. Batman's also obviously trying to investigate it because it's a Batman book. Jorge Fornes on art. Love Jorge Fornes. Um, this issue reveals that, if I read this correctly, I'm pretty sure I fucking read this correctly. Jim Gordon killed the mayor because the mayor found out that Jim Gordon was fucking his wife.
Oh
I know,
my
I
God.
know, I know, I know. Can you believe
Okay.
it? This
Okay.
guy, man. There's this panel that it's a reference to year one. Is the that's like an end of
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
forget
yeah.
the panel or the page in year one, but it's something like he's
Oh,
talking
and
about.
it's real. That actually happened.
Yeah, no, it really happened. In year one, I forget that the panel's so brilliant in year one, Mazzucchelli and Miller, where it's like he's thinking about his family, he's thinking about his son, he's thinking about his pregnant wife, and he says like the metal in my hand gets even heavier. So brilliant. In this, we get the visual reference to it. It's just Bruce or not Bruce Gordon fucking a different guy's wife, being mad that Vandal Savage just became commissioner of Gotham, going, Vandal Savage, he's got no experience. He just moved to Gotham. Why the hell would they do this? It's so
I
bizarre,
can't
man.
believe it. I thought you were saying like, oh, that's like the theory.
No,
But
no,
it
no, there's
actually
pictures, man. It was for real. Gordon is a dog.
it's a theory that he killed the mayor though. Like that's not confirmed,
Yeah, no,
right?
no, he I'm listen, Batman like interrogates him. Listen, there is Gordon, I think, was like mind controlled. Uh by they said there's Mad Hatter tech in Gordon's glasses. Um,
Okay.
but he did kill the mayor.
Oh, oh, oh.
Yeah.
But
But
it's
it
like
was
he's innocent.
yeah, but it's been orchestrated by the Riddler.
But did the Mad Hatter glasses tell him to go to the mayor's wife?
I don't think so. I think that was all Jim Gordon. I think that was all James Gordon. Yeah.
Glasses were off during that. Okay.
Listen, he's done it before, right? Like he he
Yeah.
he sleeps around. You would be blown away. I mean, again, he does it in year one. In year one. Listen, Gordon's a great guy, let's say, right?
Yeah.
At least for Gotham standards. In year one, cheats on his pregnant wife
Mhm.
with just a woman he meets at the in GCPD. He's not from Gotham, and
Yeah.
he meets Sarah Essen, cheats on his wife with her. Not a good thing to do. Let's not do
No,
that.
awful.
I
Yeah.
would not. I would recommend against that. Our
Yeah,
listeners.
yeah, terrible.
um, but we forgive him because I think Gotham is such a terrible place that like the barrier of morality is like so low. The bar is so low that you can do
Uh-huh.
stuff like that and you can still be like a hero. You're still a hero in Gotham. It doesn't matter
Because you're in the worst place in the world.
because you're in the worst place in the world, and also like you pick fights with the right people. You're fighting bad guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, Gordon did that. Gordon slept with this dude's
That's
wife.
crazy.
He slept with the mayor's wife. Yeah. Well, I think it was while he was commissioner.
Oh, so this was like in the past. You did this.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a secret affair that came to light recently. But yeah, they've had an affair. Even Batman's like, bro, like for real? Are you for real? Which I think is hilarious. Yeah,
Okay.
so good. Weird issue. Batman is weird. I
Yeah.
The thing that really is strange to me is that I think we have 2 issues left of Chip on Batman, and then that's it.
And then Hattush.
Hattush, yes. Um, and also it says riddled by the Court of Owls on the cover. Look at this cover. Lie. There's no Court of Owls. I didn't see a
Oh,
single Court of Owl or a single owl or talon in this
maybe
issue.
it'll be next issue then.
Yeah. Um,
All
yeah,
right.
weird stuff. They're doing weird stuff in Batman.
Yeah, it sounds like they are. Yeah.
But I am enjoying it enough. I'm not excited for Hattush, you know, for Hush
Yeah,
2.
I will read it, but I'm not
Yeah,
like
I'll read it
highly
because it's gonna be
anticipating it.
I'll read it because it's gonna be in Batman.
Yeah.
But if it was its own book, I wouldn't read it.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
But
I'm not
Jim
like,
Lee,
oh man, I need this to happen
yeah, I
soon.
guess Jim Lee art on Batman's cool though. I mean,
Yeah, it's cool that
the
he's coming back. Yeah.
yeah. Absolute Superman came out this week. It's all about how AI sucks. I agree.
Nice.
There's
Nice.
a in the opening, so it's Clark on sorry, it's Cal on Krypton, and he's talking. They're like in a Zoom call for homework. They're talking about their essays they did, and the teacher's like, Kal-El, I noticed that your essay doesn't have any AI in it. It's not generatively generated. It's not generative text. What is this? And he
Oh,
goes, I wrote it, and they're like, you wrote it? You're not allowed to do that. You're gonna go to the principal's office. And so that's what kind of Krypton we're talking about here. It's like an
yeah,
oppressive,
yeah,
terrible place.
yeah.
Jason Aaron, I guess, has a lot to say about AI and art, which is fine. You know, you're an artist. We're living in that time. Talk about it.
You use the opportunity to. Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Have you seen any of the art from this issue at all?
Yes, I've seen quite a bit actually.
So the cape, we get the
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
like it like shields people, right?
yeah. So it is like a living cape. It's kind of like Spawn's cape. It looks sick as fuck. I really enjoy it. It looks really cool. He uses it to um to shield Lois a lot, and he also uses it to kind of attach himself to her. But this panel in particular, I just really like it. I like this relationship between him and Lois because um I mean it's the same kind of dynamic where Lois is like the hard ass where she's like you're fake, you know, like you could never be real. Like what even are you? And
Yeah.
Superman's like, I'm trying to help anybody, you know.
Yeah, of
And
course.
Lois is starting to understand and she's starting to get it, especially because her dad sucks. She's starting to
Yeah.
get why this guy's doing what he's doing. And I think like this Superman, I like all of these absolute characters so far. I think they're all really cool.
That's cool, yeah.
Um, yeah, I like the Superman. He's cool. I think he looks cool.
There you
He
go.
looks cool
He
specifically.
does look cool, yeah.
What else? Avengers versus X-Men in a
Baseball.
baseball in a baseball game. They play
Yeah.
baseball. Listen, I'm cool with
I
it. I
kind of
prefer
like
that to
that.
them. I
Yeah.
prefer that to them fighting. Um,
I
this
kind of like
issue,
that. And I like the baseball like episode of things. Dragon Ball Super did a baseball episode, and it's like
yeah.
the best filler they could have ever done.
This is just um this if listen, if you are a reader of comics and you miss issues where a bunch of characters would just chat and talk and stuff, this is the book for you because that is what this book is. This is Carol and Cyclops chatting for the entire time, basically saying that the Marvel universe is kind of fragile right now, and that if they're
Oh.
gonna make it through, they need the X-Men and the Avengers need to be on the same side because they never fucking are.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And so she says, of X-Men and Avengers together like we should be, and then they shake hands. They do the Predator handshake, and they're like, all right,
Oh,
cool.
yeah,
So I
nice.
like that.
Nice.
No, we're not gonna get Avengers versus X-Men. We're
Good,
gonna
yeah. You're let's move
whenever
on.
yeah, whenever this Doom thing happens, because she talks about it specifically, she says, then there's Doom. Doom is the Sorcerer Supreme. Like this is a big deal. Like it makes sense. that every Marvel character, especially the heads of their teams, would rally together and go, whatever he's gonna do, we have to be there as like we have to be proactive in this. We cannot wait for
Yeah, of
Doom to show his hand. We have to be ready to fight him because he's Doctor Doom and
course.
he's
Yeah,
Sorcerer Supreme and he's scary. I like it.
yeah,
Yeah, it's cool. And yeah, it makes sense for Carol and Scott. I just sent this panel in the chat. They hug
yeah. You don't
very
like that.
lovingly. I just don't get it. I don't think they're like romantic, and that feels romantic to me. I'm not
Yeah, a
against
little
it, I
bit.
guess.
I don't think
I
it. I don't. I think it. I that. I don't think it is romantic. I
Yes,
just
but it's
think it
drawn that way.
looks. Yeah, it's drawn that
Yes.
way, but I don't think that was the intention of Jed McKay.
Yeah. Yes. And I'm also, even if it was, I guess that sounds like a fun relationship to me. I could do with that. That sounds fun.
Yeah. Are
And
they
they've
together with
been
anyone right now, though?
doesn't matter. We're talking about Scott Summers.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. But like Carol, I don't think Carol is.
Did you see there was I forget it was Marvel's Twitter account or something like that. There was a it might have been a news article about like something like adulterers in some country are now going to get off, without facing jail time. And then Marvel responded with big day for Scott Summers. Yeah, cheating on your spouse has been decriminalized in New York. Big day for Scott Summers. Marvel
Marvel?
Entertainment,
Oh
Marvel
my
Comics
God.
HQ.
I
Which
didn't
is
see that. I gotta look that up right
yeah,
now. Was
it's
this
funny.
recent?
I think so. Yeah, that was on Twitter. But yeah, I think that's so funny that Marvel's just like, we one of our biggest characters is just a piece of shit. I love him. I love him. I love that they did that. That's so funny. Speaking of X-Men, speaking of Jed McKay X-Men, this week started the new event. There's a new event in X-Men called the Assault on Greymalkin, and this is going to be their X-Men Civil War kind of. Yay! Um,
I didn't see that. I can't believe that's real.
yeah, big day
Sorry.
for Scott Summers. Yeah. Um, but yeah, so it's going to be Rogue versus Cyclops. It's their teams of X-Men facing each other in
Nice.
in the remnants of the school, which I think is a prison now. I really should know
Yeah,
these things. I read this issue. Um and it's good. Stegman's on art, so it looks real good. I am, let's say my opinion is thawing on this post Krakoa X-Men era. I'm getting used to it.
yeah.
We're living in it now, so I don't hate it as much as I did when it started. But I need something more substantial, I feel. You know,
That's fair. Yeah.
especially post Krakoa, which was like the most substantial thing literally ever. Um, I feel like I just need more, something of note. I don't know.
It didn't interest me. I was pretty disappointed during the announcements where I'm like, none of this sounds cool.
Particularly cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's written well. Like Jed McKay, I think, especially on Scott Summers. Like Jed McKay gets Scott
Yeah.
Summers.
Yeah, and I believe that. He's good with characters in general. Jed McKay's just a great writer. He
Yeah.
knows Marvel.
Yes. And he's the kind of writer that they need right now. But yeah, the direction of the X-Men I'm not particularly into. I just, if anything, if you're gonna break up Krakoa, I don't need to see them all split up, you know? And
Yeah.
I know you gotta sell multiple books, you have an X-Men umbrella of books, but like Civil War, you know, X-Men
Yeah.
Civil War already. This is issue 8.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
I
Strange.
get it. Yeah, yeah.
I know they gotta sell books and whatnot, but I think it's strange. I think that's it. That's all I read.
Oh, okay.
I remembered a short bit of news that James Gunn mentioned. I wanted to get your opinion
Sure.
on this actually.
Yeah.
It was in the podcast he talked about, which I thought this was fascinating. I don't know how I didn't bring it up before. He said that the way he wants to approach this DCU is that because everyone asks him who's the big villain, who's going to be the big villain, and he says he
Mhm.
doesn't necessarily subscribe to that. There's going to be a big villain or a big plot. What he wants is a universe of different things that are all connected, but don't necessarily have to be like building up to one big event. He just literally wants there to be a comic book universe of like, oh, you like, Batman, Batman's over there. You like Superman, Superman's over here. And they do live in the same universe and maybe they hang out, but they're not going to all fight Darkseid. And he says like there will be villains that reoccur in certain things. Like obviously
Like
Lex is going to show
Lex.
up a
Yeah.
bunch, but there's not going to be like a Thanos plotline necessarily.
I'm a hater.
You don't like that.
I don't like that's what the DCEU was.
No, the DCU was a beginning and shut thing. There, or it was at least planned to be an open and shut thing, like a 5 movie arc, right? That was the plan for
Yeah,
the
but then
DCU.
they changed to be like, oh yes, whatever.
No, but that would have been fine if they got to use fucking Batman or Superman or anybody we cared about, right?
Yes, yes, and they didn't. Yes, you are correct. But I don't like that. I rather there be a plan.
No, I think there is a
Plus,
plan.
I also saw James said that it's more like Star Wars than Marvel as
Yes.
far as
Well,
planning. And
what he said
like,
by that was that he tried to explain that there's going to be things that exist at different points in time on different planets on different in different
oh, so I might
settings.
get a movie like in the past, and this movie will be like in the
Yeah, like
future.
that Sergeant Rock movie, like like that's going to exist in
Okay.
the past, or Supergirl's going to
Okay.
exist in space and not hang out with Superman. Like these things will
I see.
exist on the same world, but not necessarily at the same time or
Okay.
in
That's fine.
conjecture with
That's
each
fine.
other.
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
okay
I think
with
that's
that.
fun. But
But
we'll get Justice
come
League. They're
on.
definitely gonna do Justice League.
Yeah, they will, but probably not for like 10 years.
10. I don't
I
think
just
10 years. I think 2030 Justice League. Put it down right now.
no,
Boom. 5 years.
2034, 10,
2034.
10 years.
10 years.
I'm pointing that
Are
down right now.
are we
Yeah.
gonna put money down on this
No.
a 10
God,
year
no.
bet?
Yeah, I'm not okay after Penguin, man.
Yeah.
I just can't see it. I don't see. I feel like they're taking this very slow, which I respect, but they're
but
taking it very slow.
but you don't want them to do what the DCEU did again though.
No, I don't want to be rushed either. I'm okay with 2030. I just wish it was. There's a lot of. Look, okay, I'm gonna say what I said in the chat a while ago. I have so many problems with this universe, but I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna
Mhm.
be great. I am very excited for Superman. I'm excited for Supergirl. I'm excited for Lanterns, Swamp Thing, all these things coming out. I'm excited for it, and I think they will all be good. There's just so many things that I would do differently. I don't like
Yeah,
that it's not a full reboot. I don't like how Hal Jordan's an old man.
it's
I
very confusing right
like,
now. I just believe that by the end game of it, which I guess we won't get one of those, but
yeah,
by the like when we can look at this world and it's established and built and these characters all exist and have hung out, like maybe like at the end of the first Justice League movie they make, let's hope they get there. I think it will be worth it. I think it will be. I just think that James Gunn, I think he does get it. And I just want to have that for DC, you know?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
love Marvel. Obviously, I prefer Marvel. The only thing I really want left from Marvel is like the X-Men and the Avengers and the Fantastic Four to meet, right? And that's pretty big. That's major. But
yeah,
I want for DC, I need for DC to get Batman and Superman right. And as long as we do that, as long as we do World's Finest, right? As long as we can get that movie and it's good and not stupid as fuck and 3 hours long and like dark and gritty, and there's a subplot about how like a guy shot a bunch of people in Africa and maybe they're trying to blame Superman on it. As long as that's not the movie we get for World's Finest for a Batman Superman movie, then I'm good with it because I can't sit through that again. And I don't think that they're going to do that.
no, I think they will respect those characters. It's just
I think
Batman's
it'll,
gonna be old man. So
yeah, yeah. I mean, we've gotten that plenty, haven't we?
isn't it
Uh,
crazy that Batman Part Two, he's the same age as Ben Affleck. Yes.
Rob, what are you doing, Rob? Rob says he's
Yeah.
going to retire by the end of Batman 3.
Did he say that?
He said realistically I could retire by that point.
Yeah.
I think he's joking though. He's Robert Pattinson.
No, he's probably annoyed too that it's taking so long.
Maybe. When does Batman 2 come out? I think we're still 2 years out, right?
Yeah, we are.
Ugh.
2026, summer 2026, I believe. Oh no,
No, I think
October 2026.
yeah, 2 years, man. Oh my
Oh my God.
gosh. Look at dude, come on. Look at what just happened. Like I do we have just give us the movie now. Don't even
Remember
make
those?
it. Just
Was this
release the
supposed to
script.
be October this year?
I think it was next year. It's supposed to come out next year.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
2025. We would have got a Superman and a Batman movie in the same
Oh, we
year.
were talking about like, oh my God, it's like comes out then a week after it's Fantastic Four or something like that.
Yeah, Superman. Well, I think Superman, and then 2 weeks after is Fantastic Four, but then October would have been Batman. It's like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Remember the trailer was like 2023 is the year of DC or something like
Yeah,
that.
and it was
2022 is the year of DC.
yeah, It was
The
the
Batman,
Flash, Aquaman, the Batman, and Black
Black
Adam,
Adam.
and they put and Blue Beetle, I think, and they pushed Blue Beetle, the Aquaman, and the Flash a whole year.
Yeah, that played before the Batman came out. I
Yeah,
remember it played in my
embarrassing,
theater.
fucking embarrassing, man.
Yeah, it was
I mean, that
just
whole
Black Adam.
universe, that whole era was embarrassing. Besides the Batman, like that run, that was a oh, and Shazam, don't forget Shazam. That
Oh
was a
yeah,
catastrophic run of movies. Black Adam, Shazam, The Flash, Blue Beetle,
Aquaman.
Aquaman 2.
Yeah, Blue Beetle was good. I will say
Blue Beetle's
that.
good. Blue Beetle's the best of the bunch, being
But
a
Blue Beetle is
decent movie.
like you have to watch Blue
Yeah,
Beetle. It's
clearly
like, yeah,
not.
it's
Nobody
good. It's
did.
good.
Yeah.
I'm not recommending it to anyone, but I am saying like it
He'll show
is
up again.
good.
It'd be
But
cool to see him again.
yeah, it
Technically, when
was
you go back to the beginning of the DC, you got to watch Blue Beetle.
yeah, I guess so. I would watch it again too. Like I
Yeah,
enjoyed it. The
it's
ending's
fun.
weird.
Yeah, the ending is weird. Where the Beatles like, whoa, Jaime, check that boner on you, boy. Like what?
Yeah, the suit tells that to Jaime.
Yeah, it's like I've sensed a lot of blood rushing to your nether region. Come on,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, that's how you end in the movie.
That's how you end the movie. And then he goes, just have a pen in my pocket. No, shut up,
Yeah.
Jaime.
Yeah.
God damn it. Anyway,
It's because he kissed the girl.
yes, because he kissed the
Can you
girl,
imagine if every superhero movie had that and when they like Tobey Maguire kisses MJ finally and
or like,
the
does Venom?
symbiote's just like
Yeah, I was thinking Venom when like she transfers the symbiote to him in the first movie. Oh, I'm sensing a lot of something going downstairs, Eddie. That's just like I just have a ruler in my pocket. I don't know. Yeah, I don't. He's so stupid. I don't know. You know what I mean?
this is too funny for me. Anyways, that's a hero story. I said I talk about D&D and I'm gonna save surprises, but if
I'm
you
thinking of the
did
Penguin
listen
doing that now. Like if that happened to the Penguin, or if Vic is like, "Oz, you got something going on down there." Hey, what are you even talking about, Vic? This is like, I got my gun in my pocket. What do you want me to do? Move it to my back, and I can shoot myself in my ass? Like whatever you would say. You know, it's so stupid.
Harper would have missed this.
I miss Oz, man. He's a piece of shit. I miss hearing about him.
I miss his voice
Me too. I really do. I
every
really
Sunday
do.
night.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you want me to do? Come on now.
It's funny.
Um, I said I talk about D&D.
Yeah.
I didn't want to keep so surprised, but if you did wait this long, I will just mention it's set in a new country. There are floating islands in
Yeah,
this
we got the
country.
map. You said Did you email me the map?
I did email you the map. There are floating islands in this country. I sent Tyler the map, and I sent Harper the map, and I sent other people the map. This is not the only map.
Oh,
There are other maps out there as well to connecting more of the land. We are continuing where we left off, and I'm thinking that we are doing real time as time passed. So
oh,
we
it's been
last played 2 years ago, so it's like
years.
2 years have passed.
Interesting. I have. I'm obviously not going to share it with the audience, but we've talked about where Gold Pedal is 2 years later,
Yeah, don't share
and
too much.
man, I am going to have fun. I listen. Maybe I'm tooting my own horse here. I think Gold Pedal was the coolest character we had, right? um, but he's gonna be different. I think he's gonna be more. I don't even know how to describe it. I'm excited for it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
Because
we'll get into
I
it, and
think
there's still more that we're
he's
gonna
gonna be it's
build
gonna be
him.
funny.
We're gonna build him a bit more. Yes, it is gonna be like a little pop point or anything, but we are still keeping the comedy in there because it was really funny at times. We were crying,
Yeah. Oh my
laughing
god.
during some
When
moments.
he
So
fucking jumped down with my climber's kit.
that's the best moment.
I know.
I think that's the
Yeah.
best moment. I think the house was the best. Like
Oh, with the dude with the
like
venom when I fought Venom.
yeah. See,
Yeah.
if you didn't listen to D&D, you have no idea what's
Yeah,
happening. But
go
yeah,
watch
we
that.
Venom
That
was in
that
it.
was I think episode 3 of D&D, which was the haunted house.
Yeah.
I fight Venom. JD and Harper kill 2 kids, and then we run into a dragon at the end. That I think is like a peak hero story, anything we've ever done.
I mean, you just described that episode, but that episode's like 3.5 hours
Oh
long.
my god, it was
So
so long, but it's
a
good. It's
lot
good stuff.
happened. They did a
Yeah,
dance off, I think.
I think we did do a dance off. Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys rolled really well. So it's fun, it's funny, and we are very excited to get back into it. I have written the new plot and we have guests and we have yeah, and for people that know Dungeons and Dragons, When we last did, we were level 3. We're going to be level 5 this time, so much higher. And we're using the
Eldritch
2024
Blast.
rules, but we are using theater of mind when it comes to combat because so we're not using like grid paper or math and everything. It's just going to be because we're doing this for a podcast too, so we don't want the podcast to be like, all right,
Yeah.
I am 16 feet away and I have to measure that. Like we're just going to be talking theater of mind. So it's mostly a role play thing where when
Hmm.
we start, Tyler's gold pedal until we end kind of thing.
Yes. I don't know. I don't know really who we're gonna run into. As far as I know, I don't know anything about Harper's character. I am just prepared to for Gold Pedal again. I have been thinking a long time about what Gold Pedal has been up to, so I'm excited.
Yeah. Yeah, we're,
2 years.
we'll get
God.
into it. So, coming very, very, very soon, actually.
Hopefully.
I just need to
Hopefully.
talk to one of the players here. And
Ooh.
then I need to go make a call with everyone, private call where it's not recorded, where we're just getting our stats down, making sure this is all correct,
You
kind of
said
thing.
guests. Guests. It's interesting.
Well, well, yeah,
That'd
yeah.
be fun.
Tom King.
Tom King. Yes, we're getting Tom King to play D&D.
Can you imagine if I invited Tom King to the call and he was a vampire?
Yeah. Oh, come on, man.
Hello.
Hello, it is me, Tom King.
Be crazy.
I rolled
Anyways,
a four.
that's a that's a hero story. So thanks for listening to our
295, right?
yeah.
Yep.
Thanks for
5-star
listening to
reviews, leave
our boner
comments.
talk. Mhm.
Yeah. Oh God, when is what's 5 weeks from now? Let me just check real quick. um, because that's gonna be 300.
Well, we'll probably do an off week during Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
So do
probably.
6 weeks.
Yeah, it's gonna be early January. Is gonna be episode. Oh my God, it's gonna be episode 300.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Around January, ar-
Come
around
on,
January
Tom King.
6th.
Come on, Tom King. Come on, Tom King.
Episode
Oh,
300, January 6th.
we talked to another writer who might be joining in January too.
Oh, yes, we did. Yes, we
And
did.
and we got a response and everything. So
Yes, that one I hope does happen. That one will be fun.
yes. And big writer. So
And he's gonna play D&D with us.
yes.
He will know, but I
Confirmed.
lied to you.
But yeah, thank you and but
What?